look unstoppable. Roberts is 6 for 8 for 112 yards and a score, and Arthur Poindexter is 5 for 80 with 1 touchdown. Lions fell behind Misericordia early last week and never really recovered, but looked like a very different team here. Kick is high and short and fielded at the 23, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and Kyer Thompson slips and falls at the Albright 48, so the Aggies do capitalize on the personal foul penalty and have the ball in Albright territory to start this second drive. Delaware Valley now trailing 14-7 with the ball. Galasso with 2 wide receivers to the top of the formation, 1 to the bottom, and Gavin Migliori. McConnell comes in motion. Handoff goes to Barris. Barris on the sweep, turns the corner, 50, 45. Let's see where they mark him. He's down at the 42. It's a pickup of about 6 for Barris. 47 seconds and counting in a quick, high-scoring first quarter with Albright on top, 14-7. Second and about 3 for the Aggies. Galasso will take a second to rearrange things. Takes a snap, hands it off. Barris cuts inside, and is going to be close to a first down, about a yard short. Barris gets 2.5 on 3rd and 3.5, and it'll be 3rd and about a yard. That should be the last play of the first quarter. Short walk for both teams as they'll flip from one 40 to the other. First quarter dominated by offense, particularly the Lions offense, 144 yards and 18 plays. Galasso with Migliori to the top of the formation. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff. Galasso will keep it himself. 25-20, 15-10. Galasso down the sideline, dives towards the end zone. They're going to say he's out of bounds at the 3. Galasso out of bounds at the 4, they're going to say, but a pickup of 23 yards for Mike Galasso. And it'll be 1st and goal for Delaware Valley. Not known as a running quarterback in his young career, but well-designed fake there. Barris to the right. Handoff goes to Brown. Brown riding a wave of momentum. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. As Brown is just short of the end zone, and the Aggies will bring some extra beef in for this one to see if they can just hammer it in from a yard out. Delaware Valley bringing Caden Yanish, the fullback, onto the field. Triple stack formation in the backfield. And the Aggies jump. And so that will make it 2nd and goal from the 6. That's the problem with running out of that formation. You line up guys who are not used to being in that kind of position. Yanish that time. And he went way early. And now the Aggies will change things up. Second and goal from the 6 for Del Val. Barris to the left of Galasso. Takes a snap, rolling, evades a man, looking, cutting forward, and got back a chunk of what he lost. And Galasso will have it to a 3rd and goal from about the 3. Third and goal for the Aggies. Trailing 14-7. Barris to the right of Galasso. Quick snap, throw, catch. No, incomplete. Thompson had it and could not hang on, and now the Aggies, I think, will go for it. Not sure what he's signaling. Fourth and goal for Delaware Valley from the 3. A key moment early in this game. Remember, this was second and goal from the 1. Had a false start penalty to make it second and goal from the 6. Got half of it. And now the Aggies, I don't think they're going to try and kick a field goal. A field goal for Delaware Valley, they've had one field goal in the last 2 years. And they're going to call, someone's going to call timeout. Still waiting for the signal for who called it. Lions call it. It's been a tough slog for Albright in football over the last few years. You wouldn't know it from the way this game has started, but Lions have cycled through a number of coaches over the years. Come into this game 1-1 with their lone win out of conference. The Lions have a grand total of 2 wins in their last 4 seasons in conference. 2-8 last year, 1-8 in conference. 0-10, 0-10 the 2 years before that, 2-8 and 1-7. Lions' last winning season in conference was back in 2017 when they went 17-2. All right, here's Sean Weaver, a graduate of Wilmington College, the one in Ohio, not the one in Delaware. And the Aggies on 4th and 3 are going to show the same formation that they ran, that they caused the false start out of a moment ago. Galasso rolls, looks, fires, and throws it too hard for Yanish. Incomplete, and the Aggies go from second and goings. Now, interesting play call there. With all of the guys who you have who can catch the ball, Caden Yanish has 1 reception in 2 years. So, Delaware Valley had a chance to tie it, and now they'll just have to try and stop the Lions' offense. Roberts with Boss to do his right. Hand off. Second and 8. And he's sacked in the end zone. That's going to be a safety. No, they have the ball. The Aggies take it away. It's a touchdown. They have the ball. The Aggies take it away. It's a touchdown. Full scored the touchdown, is now down hurt. So the Aggies, with a swing of the leg, can make it 14-14, and Albright has had 4 drives, 2 touchdowns, and 2 touchdowns the other way by virtue of fumbles, basically. See if the Aggies can add the extra point, tie it up at 14. Extra point kick is up. It is good. So with 10:39 to play in the first half, defense is optional. Well, I guess on that play is Matt Foley with the touchdown. Michael Foley, with the touchdown for the Aggies. First defensive touchdown of the year, and Delaware Valley has tied us at 14. That's right. I keep calling him Matt Foley. That's who that is. Living in a van down by the river. That is not who Michael Foley is. The sad thing is, I'm in here in the booth with Tom Hoffman. He's probably not even old enough to know who that is, right? He probably, that reference would be lost on him. Evans back to return the kick. Lions will get the ball for their 5th drive with about 20 minutes gone. Feels static. I have the feel of an arena football game. Zinkovich will kick it away. High and short. I don't think, well, Evans will come up and field it at the 17. 30, 35, 40, 45, but a flag comes flying in late. Let's see what that is. Yeah, holding penalty on the Lions. We'll move the ball back further into Albright territory. Holding penalty on Jalen Atkinson, middle linebacker. Sophomore from Cumberland, Maryland. And then Lions will have it 1st and 10 from their own 29. Tied at 14. Roberts out of the shotgun with Jalen Boston, who's gotten all the work at tailback. John Boston, to his left. Boston the handoff here, and Boston gets flattened for a loss of 1 or no gain. Zaire Birch makes the tackle for Delaware Valley. Sophomore linebacker from Upper Darby, just outside of the city, and it's 2nd and 10. Poindexter to the top of the formation. He's been the guy who's done most of the damage. 5 catches for 80 yards and a touchdown. Aggies show blitz from the top of the formation. Roberts dumps it off, caught, and a couple of yards for Boston. They're going to say he gets to the 32. It's a pickup of 3, and it's 3rd and long for the Lions. See if the Aggies can get their first 3rd down. Lions are 4 for 4 on 3rd down. Lions with a tight formation. They're going to stack 4 wide receivers to the top of it, though. Boston goes out of the backfield. It's an empty backfield for Roberts. Roberts, as the pocket starts to dissolve, grabbed, thrown, and incomplete. Roberts floating it for his wide receiver. Fans looking for a flag, nothing called. And Roberts was lucky not. And it'll be 4th and 7, and I don't know, Roberts is staying on the field. No, he is not. Here comes the punting unit. So just first stop of the traditional sense for Delaware Valley. That was an odd formation from Albright that time. By packing in all their guys, they allowed Delaware Valley to generate pressure just by virtue of the fact that everybody was so close to the ball when it was snapped. 4th and about 6 for the Lions. And it's going to be 4th and about 11 for the Lions. Unless there was a time. Blew that dead. Albright switched a body into the game. Maybe someone had a jersey or a helmet issue. Kick is away. Joel Perez watches it fly over his head. Take a Delaware Valley bounce. Take an Albright bounce. And waddle down at the 15. Good punt. Nicely done by Colin Schaefer, the freshman from Coatesville. And the Aggies take over 1st and 10 from their own 15 with a little under 9 minutes to play in the first half. So nice job by Albright, or by the Aggies, to get a stop. Now they have to move the chains. They have not been good punting the ball this year, so they don't want to play a field position game with Albright. Their first punt was about 25 yards. Migliori to the bottom of the formation. I think that's Corey Gordon to the top. And that's Asumani who comes in motion. Quick throw. Catch is made. And slipping and losing his footing after no gain. As Joel Perez. Perez was the man who was at the top of the formation. And Perez having some... 2nd and 10 for Del Val. .8:28 and counting here in the first half, tied at 14. Alex Roof to the bottom of the formation. Alvaro Laura slots inside of him. Galasso backing up, looking, rolling, firing. Catch is made. And Roof is down. The pickup of about, close to the first down. He's a yard short. Gets 9. Checks in. Alex Roof checks out. 7:44 and counting here in a fast-moving first half. Teams tied at 14. Justin Brown, the deep back, on 1st and 10. Brown gets the carry up the middle to the 30, 31-yard line. Pickup of close to 7 for Brown. And that will give the Aggies a 2nd and short. Osman making the tackle. Darian Osman, junior linebacker out of Spring Grove, Pennsylvania, out near York. Joel Perez checks off the field. Migliori and Laura to the top of the formation. Galasso will go directly behind center. Don't see the Aggies do that too often. Hand off to Brown. Brown cuts forward. And he's going to be about a yard short of the first down. Brown needed about 3.5. He got about 3. Oh my gosh, they're going to give him the first down? Okay. Nobody's protesting, so I guess so. Roberts makes the stop, but not before Brown picks up the second first down of this drive. Brown remains in the game. Galasso out of the shotgun this time. Galasso takes a snap, throw underneath. Catch is made by Migliori, makes one guy miss, a second, and then is stacked up as he crosses the Albright or the Del Val 40 to the 41. It's a pickup of 6. And Delaware Valley will have a 2nd and short. 3rd catch of the game for Gavin Migliori. Gavin Migliori checking out of the game. Alvaro Laura and Alex Roof to the bottom of the formation. Galasso hands the ball off. Brown waits for a hole, and if they keep marking it, that's another first down, depending on, they're going to mark him a little short this counting. Aggies, I think that's Brown. It was Jeremiah Paula, actually, for the first 2 carries of the possession, but this is Brown now. Brown, he's got it. Needed half a yard, got about 2 feet more than that. 1st and 10 for Delaware Valley from their own 46. Clock winding. This snap will come with, depending on how long the Aggies take, about 4 minutes to play in the first half. Time of possession at this point now, the Aggies with the narrow advantage, 13 minutes to 11 and a half. Aggies 10 pass attempts, 13 runs so far. Lions 14 runs, 11 pass attempts. Alex Roof in motion on 1st and 10. Galasso, good protection. Looking to air out, throwing in behind the defense for Migliore, who makes the catch, and he dives. Is he in? No, he's down at the 1. What a great play. I thought he had the catch. Now, the Lions are going to use their last time out. Migliore made the catch. It looked like cleanly, and then he took 2 or 3 steps. All right, Albright's going to challenge the ruling, and this could take a while. It usually does. Last week, Delaware Valley challenged to play, and it was ruled a touchdown. Same guy, actually. Migliore was involved in that one as well. I don't think this will happen, but the funny thing would be if they checked and they ruled Migliore got not only caught it, but crossed the goal line for a touchdown. Only one angle here for instant replay. The officials go to, there's normally a tent. This time I think they just run them off the field and over in the upper left corner of Shirk Stadium. Bring the tablet out. There's a tablet on the field. They've got, I would suspect, one angle. I know it's just one angle at Delaware Valley. Here, I think that's probably the case at all of the Middle Atlantic Conference schools. This is second year for instant replay. And for the most part, coaches that challenge have been pretty successful. If that ends up being a catch for Migliore, it was a great recovery, as Galasso just aired it out and just trusted his wide receiver to run underneath it. Waiting for the referee to have a look. For the moment, it's first and goal from the 1, but we'll see. Lions, one of the coaches immediately ran onto the field and signaled that they wanted to challenge this. And it's a good challenge because, you know, if you lose it here, all right. But if you win, you take a big play off the board and you know, if the Aggies, and they did fail to score from the 1 on their last possession, so it's not guaranteed, but Albright knows that the Aggies will get the ball to start the second half, and with the way the two offenses have dominated this game, the longer you make a team wait, the better off to score, maybe the better off you are. These things usually take, I don't know, 5 to 7 minutes. Again, not 100 angles for them to go underneath the hood and look at. There is a tent, yeah, so they are underneath a tent. It's a black tent to the far side, just beyond what is currently the Del Val end zone. The officials apparently have seen whatever they need to see. The officials have been very good about hiding whatever the call is until they get onto the field. We'll see what the call is this time. So it's upheld, the microphone breaking up. All right, so Albright loses their last time out. But again, I think that's a challenge worth making. The Aggies first and goal from the 1. They're going to run the same formation that resulted in a -5 yards and an incompletion the first time. You can tell, I'm just not a fan of this formation. You're moving the ball, running it without trying to put a bunch of people who are not used to being in the backfield. Well, let's see what happens. First and goal from the 1. Galasso with a tush push. And he's in. Touchdown. All right. Well, 3:33 to play. Delaware Valley answers the call on offense. Delaware Valley goes 85 yards on that drive, most of it coming on the long pass play of 53 yards to Gavin Migliori, and Delaware Valley takes a 21-14 lead. Well, plenty of time for Albright to score. They haven't needed long the first two times they've scored. And there's 3:31. The one disadvantage Albright have is with the failed challenge, they lost their last time out. They will have the 2-minute break. But Roberts continues to connect with Poindexter. It may not take that long. Brendan Hazel will kick the ball off instead of Zinkovich. Zinkovich has been straight and short. He's kept the ball on the field, but he has not cleared the 20 yet. And Hazel is, well, he's going to do both of those things. Nice job by Hazel. That goes into the end zone for a touchback. First one of the season for the Aggies on the kickoff. Hazel has been very good in the place kicking game so far. He has a field goal, which again, as we mentioned, Delaware Valley did not have a single one of last year. And then he had has hit all Lions with the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 25 after the touchback. Aggies back in front by 7 for the moment. Handoff, Boston, couple, not a whole lot there. Maybe 3. And Jeremiah Clark makes a stop. I guess the Aggies call a timeout. They'll try and get the ball back. I'd